Believe me, I understand your frustration. It took me over a year to accomplish my first out-of-body experience. I've been astral projecting for about 15 years now. If I would have known what I'm about to tell you, I would have done it in less than a week. I'm going to give you 5 key things you need to do to be able to accomplish a separation. Make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to tell you an amazing safe nootropic combination that will catapult you into an OBE. So the first key. So one thing that stops many from being able to astral project is fear. The fear comes from the unknown. And if you bring that fear into the practice, it will stop you every time because you will never be able to get properly relaxed. So to break the fear, the unknown has to become known. You do this by learning. I'm going to refer you to a master. His name is Robert Monroe. He has 3 extremely good books about his journeys astral projecting. I put a link in the first book called Journeys Out of the Body in the description below. This is actually an audiobook from him. I highly recommend listening instead of reading. You get a better feeling of emotions from listening. This is a link to Amazon. I'm an affiliate of Amazon and get a small commission, but even if I didn't, I would definitely recommend listening to this audiobook. After you listen to this book, I suggest getting his other 2 books, Far Journeys and Ultimate Journeys. Make sure you listen or read at least the first book before you do any practicing. Trust me, it will make a huge difference. Don't stop there either. Listen to everything you can on projecting and read every book you can get your hands on. I like the first 3 books from Monroe because he helps you to squash the fear listening to his experiences. On to the second key. And this means that you have to raise your vibration. I will tell you, if your vibration is low when you get out, you will attract the low vibrational beings that are in the astral plane. I've done this twice. These beings can't hurt you, but they sure can shake you up a bit. When I do have a high vibration, the low vibrational beings don't seem to be able to see me. I can see them at first, but then they just disappear. Sometimes I don't see them at all. My only guess is that my vibration is not as high as I think it is at first. Let me know in the comments below if you have experienced this. So the question is, how do you raise your vibration? Well, this is actually pretty simple. The day of, I suggest you don't eat any heavy foods like meat, milk, cheese, or sugar. Eating these foods will create a low vibration in your body. There are a few reasons why this is so, but the main reason is it creates inflammation in the body, thus lowering the vibration. I suggest eating vegetables, fruits, nuts, and fresh squeezed juices. These have a high vibration. Early in my practice, when I still ate meat, I found that I could not detach from my waist. It was almost like there was an anchor there holding me down, so I had to give up that day. Think happy thoughts all day, especially feelings of gratitude for things that are in your life. When you're doing this, breathe the good, happy feelings in and breathe out the lower feelings without specifically thinking about what the lower feelings are. Just know that the lower vibrations are going out. You don't want to concentrate on these bad feelings because that will enhance the lower vibrations. I do this every day, whether I'm going to astral project or not, and it keeps me at a high vibration. Just doing these 2 things will increase your chances of projecting by at least 90%. There are multiple techniques that you can do, but I suggest picking 3 or 4 and cycling through them when you're trying to project. Be patient. Some people that I teach this to go and do it their first night. Some it takes a little longer. So the third key. If you have never accomplished getting out of your body, What I'm about to tell you is extremely important. Do not try to accomplish an OBE while lying in your bed. I hope you heard that. I wasted so much time doing this. The reason for this is that your body and mind are used to your bed for sleep. You will blow right through the point of exit and fall right to sleep because that's what your body is used to doing while it's in bed. I suggest finding a place that is comfortable, but not too comfortable. Something like a couch or recliner, or even a bunch of blankets and a pillow on the floor. My first exit was on a recliner. I actually thought everything failed, so I decided to get up and go to the bathroom. I quickly realized that something wasn't quite right. To be honest, I didn't even realize I was out until I turned around and saw my body sitting there in the chair. It's a nervy thing to see that for the first time. I was stunned a bit and got pulled right back in after I saw the body sitting there without me. So many people ask me, when is the right time to do this? There's a method called wake back to bed. This is where you go to sleep at night, get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep. You wake up, stay up for about 15 minutes, and then go back to bed. So go out to the kitchen to prepare your nootropic, which I will give you in the end. Make sure you go to the bathroom and do what you need to do. Also make sure that the light is just bright enough so you can see what you're doing. You don't want the light to wake you up any further. I sit in the chair for about 15 minutes or so. Then go to where I'm going to project. Wherever you go, make sure that you're doing this on your back. If you move to your side, that is a sign your body is ready to fall asleep. And that brings me to the third key. Relaxation is a fundamental aspect of preparing for astral projection. If you're not relaxed, you'll never accomplish an OBE. It involves both physical and mental relaxation. You create an environment conducive to the separation of consciousness from the physical body. So I will give you 2 ways that helped me when I was learning how to astral project. If you like this video so far, click the thumbs up button below. You don't want to miss any of my advanced spiritual videos, so tap the subscribe button as well. The first technique is called progressive muscle relaxation, or PMR. This technique involves systematically tensing and then relaxing different muscle groups in the body, starting with your toes and working your way up to your head. So you squeeze the muscle for a couple seconds and then release. First, squeeze your toes on your right foot for 2 seconds and release. Don't worry if other muscles are tensed at the same time. Move from your toes to your calf muscles and then to your upper leg muscles. Don't get caught up in doing it properly. Just do the best you can. If you worry about doing it right, you won't be able to get relaxed. First, you come up one leg and then you move up the next leg. Next, you move up from your torso up to your neck. Then do your arm from your fingers up to your neck. Sometimes I do both feet, legs, and arms at the same time. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Do your face and then your head the best you can. By consciously releasing tension from each muscle group, you promote deep physical relaxation. I suggest doing this practice twice. There's also a very effective deep breathing technique for astral projection called the 4-7-8 breathing technique, also known as the relaxing breath. What you do is breathe in for 4 seconds. You hold the breath for 7 seconds. Then you exhale for 8 seconds. So you would close your mouth and inhale through your nose to a slow count of 4. As you inhale, fill your abdomen with air, allowing it to expand. Now on the in-breath, you don't want to breathe in fast or to the point that you fill up with air. You just want to breathe slightly faster than normal. Once you've completed the inhalation, Hold your breath for a count of 7. During the pause, focus on the sensations of stillness and calmness within the body. Then you will slowly inhale through your mouth to a count of 8. As you exhale, imagine releasing any tension or stress from your body, allowing yourself to sink deeper into relaxation. You can moan slightly as you exhale as well. Sometimes that helps to relax. After exhaling completely, begin the cycle again by inhaling deep through the nose for a count of 4, continuing the 4-7-8 breathing pattern for several rounds, gradually allowing yourself to relax more deeply with each breath. There is really no hard and fast rule how many times you have to do this cycle. Just do them until you feel relaxed. Throughout the breathing exercise, maintain awareness of your intuition to astral project, visualizing yourself detaching from your physical body and entering the astral realm with each breath, gently guiding your consciousness toward that goal. As you deepen the state of relaxation and focus your intention, you may begin to experience sensations of separation from your physical body. You may feel this wavy feeling or even parts of your body vibrating. This is a good thing. It means that you're starting to vibrate higher. The fourth key. This is a powerful mental technique that involves creating vivid and detailed mental images in the mind's eye. It plays a crucial role in astral projection as it helps to focus the mind, deepen relaxation, and guide the process of separating the consciousness from the physical body. Start by visualizing a scene or scenario. I like to do my kitchen and everything in it. After I wake up from my 5 hours of sleep, I head to the kitchen and sit in a chair. I look slowly around everything in the kitchen, on the counter, and on the table. Then after I go back and do my relaxation, I start to visualize myself in the kitchen, touching everything that I can remember. Use all your senses to immerse yourself in that visualization, focusing on the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and sensations of relaxation. Be very patient and meticulous while doing this. What normally happens is I start to actually see flashes of what I'm looking at in the kitchen. You may start to hear sounds or voices. Sometimes you will hear banging on the door or someone calling your name. It will break you out of your concentration and get you up, only to realize that there's no one there. This is called the hypnagogic state. This is the state between wakefulness and sleep. So basically, you start off here and you start diving into the sleep pattern. And at one point, you kind of level off, and that's when you hit the hypnagogic state. The key is to stay relaxed and allow yourself to enter the astral plane when the time feels right. Ignore what you think is going on around you. Almost every time I do this, I hear little kids playing right around me. I have to admit, it did get me in the beginning, but now I just ignore it. The question is, what is making these noises? I've heard several explanations, but I don't think anyone really knows. I've never seen kids when I actually detach from my body, and the sounds that they make go away. Tell me what you think in the comments below what this might be. Some will also hear a large popping noise. That is the point that your consciousness has separated from your body. I can almost guarantee you that the first couple times you will get excited about this happening. This pulls almost everyone out of the state, but you will get used to it and get by it. This popping will not happen all the time. Sometimes you will feel your body starting to float. It is at this point where you try moving your astral finger without moving your physical finger. If your physical finger moves, you're not quite ready. If your astral finger moves and the physical finger stays put, Try to then move your astral hand up and down. Then try to move your astral arm. At this point, I would suggest one of two things. Picture yourself floating up into the air or just stand up. One thing that I suggest is if this is your first time getting out, do not leave the room that your astral body is in. I know everyone wants to go out walking into the astral world, but this is a mistake. My suggestion is just to walk around the room. Notice what the ambience is like. Try to touch things, or maybe put your hand through a wall and see what that feels like. To get back to your body is as simple as thinking about your body or just looking at it. Just be aware that you might not be able to move for a little bit. This is called sleep paralysis. Don't let it scare you, because the more you try to move, the more it will fight you. Just try to start moving your physical pointer finger up and down, and then you will find your hand will come free, and then your arm, and then your whole body. Once again, sometimes sleep paralysis happens, sometimes it doesn't. So, onto that nootropic combination that I was talking about. It is Guayusa tea and mugwort. So how I do this is I set an electric teapot on a timer to go off a few minutes before I get up. I have the Guayusa tea already in a tea ball. Pour half a mug of hot water over the tea ball and let it steep for a while. Then I'll put a few drops of the mugwort in. Then I put a couple of ice cubes in so I can drink it right away. The Guayusa tea will awaken your mind without making your body jittery. The mugwort will thin the veil between the worlds and is a great tool for any out-of-body experience. I'll put the links to those that I use down below. The good thing about this is, if you do fall asleep, the lucid dreams are off the hook. If you don't know what lucid dreaming is, or you would like to know how to do it, I have a full masterclass that I did several years ago that you can click on here to watch.